Glowed up, had to get in my zone.
Hey, and I went, man, cold life, 2296. Get rich on my 50. You know what it is. Hey,
Get to the NBA store on Saturday the 2nd because it is Short Shorts Saturday and you will not want to miss out. My team has you covered with the Prime Series legend, Tim Duncan. Pink Diamond Timmy, what more do I gotta say? How about Diamond Paul George and...
Introducing the starters for your Atlanta Hawks! Starting at small forward, standing 6'8", number 2, Taurean Prince.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible...
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Miami Heat. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then it's Green. And it's Towns in at center. And for Atlanta, they've got Victor Oladipo. Taurean Prince is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. Early part of the season, Brent, did you take a while to get back in the swing of things, or were you ready to go out of the gates?
In order to stay in the NBA, Kevin, no, I could not do that.
Right, yeah.
I could not do that.
You played 14
years.
I
I loved coming into training camp being in tip-top shape. It really was something I took a lot of pride in, is that I wanted to be going so that our practices for our coaching staff was something we could get through. Now, I understood the role of other guys on the team where it might take a little while for them to get going, but for my mindset and my confidence in the year, I wanted to make sure that the offseason and the work that I was putting in, because that's where players improve the most, I was going to come into camp ready to go.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Dinwiddie attacking, and it's blocked by Ibaka. Prince, the pass to Oladipo. Back to Prince. Dinwiddie with the steal. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Draymond Green making a good call that time in the open court.
Dinwiddie against Russell. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Yeah, Oladipo has had some highlight dunks in his career. There's another one.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Dinwiddie finds Towns. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And Oladipo pulls it down. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Shot clock at 2. Offline from the top of the key.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Here's Dinwiddie. Oladipo with the block.
Good timing from Victor there as he swipes that one away.
To the inside. Green with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. Ross with a wide open look. The 76ers with another miss. Russell with a wide open look. The Hawks again can't hit. Here's Philadelphia. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
Now here's Prince. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Lopez outside. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Green, the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Green. To end the cold streak. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader, truly a special player.
Any minute now, I should get it now, already told ya. I've been tired of the useless, I've been tired of the using. I ain't even talking loosely, Lord, don't move me. Thinking it's a movie.
A chance to check out stats for Prince. How he did last season. Averaged about 13 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Now, here is Russell. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Orlando, and he banks in the layup.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Dinwiddie, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. LeVert against Oladipo. A nice shot by LeVert. Russell with it. The dish now to Lopez. Back to Russell. Oladipo taking his time here. The shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Ross with it. Lets the 3 fly. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Oladipo against Dinwiddie. Oladipo outside. Shoots from 14. That shot misses. And Philadelphia the other way now.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Russell against Towns. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And the Hawks with possession here. 4-point game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Oladipo. Towns with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's LeVert. Finished off the break. LeVert's got his second bucket of the night.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Russell passes to Lopez. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Outside Green. Shoots it up. And too long on the shot. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Trailing by 4. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Now here's Green. 6 to shoot. To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
First free throw is good.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Jeff Green is checked in for the Hawks. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
Now here's LeVert after D'Angelo Russell's miss, and Towns throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And speeding up the offense, something the Hawks began last season.
It was interesting for the Hawks kind of zigging while everybody's zagging as they made it a priority to get to the offensive glass, along with tons more field goal attempts in their offense, and that's been giving some defenses fits.
Ed Davis is checked in for the Hawks. Iguodala comes in for Taurean Prince. Now here's Oladipo, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. And the rejection by Towns. Here's Satoransky. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Atlanta making a switch here. Augustine's checked in.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Satoransky. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the three. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Here's Augustine. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Fast break, Philadelphia. Fires it up. And Oladipo pulls it down.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. And that's now 7 points for Victor Oladipo. Augustine against Dinwiddie. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Davis. The Hawks trail by 10. Iguodala dishes to Oladipo. Davis surveying the floor. Back to Oladipo. All alone. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
The 76ers leading by 12. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Jeff Green picks one up.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman, has traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
Satoransky the pass to Towns.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the 76ers. 16-point lead. Tries from 10, and the 76ers tack on two more.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Connaughton kicks to Satoransky. 1:10 left in the first quarter. Green breaking loose. Towns, no luck.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Augustine, no luck. Philadelphia leading by 18. Pass to Osman. Back to Towns. Green breaking loose. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got 16.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Green deciding where to go with it. No good again that time.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who could... Lightning.
That was incredible. Oladipo outside. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
on his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Satoransky. JaMychal Green is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Connaughton in at the two-guard. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys, and it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Here's Osman, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Down low, here's Green, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Augustine against Saturansky. Here's Green. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Oladipo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
And he knocks down the first one. And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee, and you talked about that, missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight, always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
He hits both from the stripe. Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
And listen, anytime you're the 2nd overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury.
Prince misses.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Green kicks to Saturansky. Ross in the corner. Goes up on the wing, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
Saturansky, the pass to Ross. Green kicks to Saturansky. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
The Atlanta making some changes. Lopez comes in for Jeff Green, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Augustine. LeVert's checked in for Philadelphia. Now Russell. Inside. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Russell. Oladipo's got 11 points.
Well, Oladipo has good size, one of the bigger guards in the league, weighing 210, and that strength helps out.
LeVert finds Green. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Over Ibaka. Green, no luck.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. But he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Dinwiddie is checked in for the 76ers. Prince kicks to Ibaka. Oladipo outside. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Prince against Green. Russell passes to Ibaka. Over Ross. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Prince outside. The feed to Ibaka. Over Ross. Shots good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
LeVert against Oladipo. For three, Ross. But they get it back. Green kicks to Ross. Can they get it? That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Ross has got 4 points now in the quarter. Russell dishes to Prince. Down low, Lopez passes to Ibaka. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch. Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Here's Oladipo in Atlanta again with the bucket.
Well, Oladipo determined there, and it pays off, and he continues to improve his outside shot.
Dinwiddie passes to Green. Ross against Prince. Ross, that's good. Ross has got his third basket of the night right there.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Ibaka looking for an opening. Off the left rim and out. The 76ers leading by 18. The pass to Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Green. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Draymond Green. Russell against Dinwiddie. Pass to Oladipo. Fires the three. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Towns is checked in. Now here's LeVert. He had 19 points in the win against Detroit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside, Russell. Back to Ibaka. Looking to end the run. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Green. The shot that time, not on target. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Russell with the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. 4th, Brook Lopez.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Two shot.
He's off on the first.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Atlanta making some changes. Davis is checked in for Ibaka. And it's Green in for Prince. And then for Philadelphia, Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's Pat Connaughton in for LeVert. And the second free throw, good. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Well, a chance to check out Andre Iguodala. Some last season stats for him. Last season put up about 5 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And you look at his skill set, and I think it's just a matter of time before he commands a bigger presence on this team.
Yeah, just a bit rough around the edges, GA, but he has the tools. He just needs to sharpen them.
And the first one at the line is good. DJ Augustine's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. Both good from the line that time. 1:57 left in the first half. And Augustine kicks to Lopez. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. To the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie. The Hawks have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
At the line for the Hawks, DJ Augustine. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The 76ers leading by 23. 1:31 left here in the second. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Atlanta. Lopez outside. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Connaughton. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, another turnover there. But, guys, overall, they've taken really good care of the basketball.
The 76ers making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. Atlanta's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Satoransky against Augustine. The shot, no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Green inside the three-point line, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Iguodala dishes to Augustine. Green with the block.
And Green plays with tremendous edge on the defensive end of the floor. And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Augustine against Satoransky. Lopez offline with his three. Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Connaughton. And here is Satoransky. Here's Towns. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his third assist on the night. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and what a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 20 points, 3 block shots, and 1 steal. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
When he plays with the high energy, Big Cat gives you everything you need from the center position. Points, rebounds, and rim protection. Already an elite player and still improving.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Atlanta's shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. We've got Ibaka. Oladipo is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Shot clock at 6. Russell passes to Lopez. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. From deep, Prince. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Dinwiddie. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Russell, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there.
Take a break.
Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. No good on the free throw.
The second overall pick back in the 2015 NBA draft. Russell
having earned his first All-Star game appearance in 2019.
And he sinks the second. LeVert against Oladipo. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Green. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. LeVert in the corner. No good from outside. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his third foul of the game. Russell with it. He has 7. Here's Oladipo, and he converts the layup. Oladipo's got 15 points.
Well, you combine quickness and explosiveness for Victor Oladipo on display right there. Tough to contain.
And there's the pass to LeVert. Outside, Green. To the paint. Here's Towns. And he overshot that one, missing.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Prince. Second shot opportunity. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
So Oladipo will bring it up for Atlanta. He kicks to Russell. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Ibaka. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Oladipo against Towns. Out to Russell. Pass to Ibaka. 5 on the clock. And Oladipo has it in the corner. And that one is off. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
That's his first personal foul.
The 76ers have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
The first one falls. And before his scary foot dislocation in November of 2018, Karis LeVert enjoying a breakout season. Greg even garnering some most improved buzz around the NBA.
Yeah, and fortunately, the injury not as bad as it looked initially. Yeah, he's looking to continue that impressive trajectory.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Hawks shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. Here's Prince. He can't get it to go. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's Ross. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Ross has gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Here's Russell trying to get open as Lopez. Russell, no luck. The 76ers shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Towns kicks to Ross. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. The 76ers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Green, he's checked in for Green. Ross no good on the free throw. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
Here's Towns. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
The free throw drops for Towns. And so it's Atlanta with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Russell passes to Oladipo. To end the drought. That one, no good.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Lopez with the block. Oladipo outside. Pulls from the top of the key. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And looking now at some numbers for Spencer Dinwiddie. Last season's performance for him, he averaged about 17 points a game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
LeVert from outside. Offensive rebound, Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Ibaka finds Oladipo. Shoots over LeVert. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo. Oladipo's got 17 now.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Sixers.
Here's LeVert. Count that one. LeVert's got his third bucket of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Ibaka. That shot missing. Great D that time from Green. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Russell passes to Oladipo. Off target from three-point range.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
That's his second personal foul.
The 76ers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Jeff Green is checked in for Atlanta. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Second free throw, no good. And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
Here's Osman. He's guarded by Russell. They get it back.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
You got to get in front of Oladipo, or else you're going to see things like that. We don't mind.
Dinwiddie against Russell. Dinwiddie kicks to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Dinwiddie. Another miss by Philadelphia.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And he misses the fast break layup. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Deep two from Russell. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns is Levert the pass to Green, and Green slams it in.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding and rising up off the ground.
Russell looking it over. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Russell, no luck.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And Towns throws it down.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Russell kicks to Oladipo. Over in the corner, Green. And it's Osman with the rebound. The 76ers shooting in the second half so far about 45%. Dinwiddie passes to Levert. He feeds it to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And Oladipo kicks to Russell. Lopez outside. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his third assist on the night.
Good soft hands there from Lopez, efficient in the catch and shoot motion.
Passes to Levert. Green with the ball. Left side, Towns. Offensive rebound.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Green passes to Lopez. Rebound by the 76ers. And Green with the basket on the assist by Towns.
Assisted.
Towns has got his 8th assist in the game. And Oladipo kicks to Ibaka. It's Russell with the drive. And there it is for him. Russell's got 9.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Davis is checked in for Lopez. Iguodala comes in for Serge Ibaka. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Here's Osman, guarded by Green. And it's Osman missing.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Iguodala, no good. Philadelphia has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And it's Osman missing. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Hawks. Iguodala wide open. The three-pointer is right on target.
And the arc Iguodala has on his three-point shots, almost like he's drawing rain from time to time.
Back to Satoransky. Philadelphia moving the ball around. To the middle. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. He has 5.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Augustine. He has 6. Outside, Russell. Feeds it to Davis. And the rejection by Towns. Augustine, no luck. Pass to Connaughton. From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Philadelphia ahead, running away with it. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Daniel Tice. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot. Puts up a 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the pass to Mikhailuk. Misses off the right iron. Philadelphia shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Satoransky, the pass to Bates-Diop. Here's Connaughton. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in
NBA.
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Here's Davis. And the 3 off target. Philadelphia with the ball here in the 4th quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Augustine. Bolden pulls it in. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. To the inside. Here's Connaughton. Atlanta with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Mikhailuk. And it's Davis with the jam.
That's the energy Ed Davis needs to play with consistently. Big-time finish on the rebound.
And Satoransky kicks to Connaughton. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Davis, the pass to Mikhailuk. Dishes it to Augustine. Looking to get back on track here, and the layup is up and in. Here's Connaughton. Knocks it loose, and that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Satoransky against Augustine. They grab their own miss. Bolden passes to Tice. Clock at 6. And it's Satoransky, top of the key. Rebound, Atlanta. Now Augustine. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Atlanta making a switch here. Harrison's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. DiVincenzo's checked in. Iguodala kicks to Harrison. Pass to Davis. Now the dish to Iguodala. Back to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Connaughton. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Iguodala outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
Diallo, he's checked in for Davis. He hits the second from the line. And for Iguodala, Brent staying strong late in his career, he claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says, is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age where athleticism is going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. He's still effective.
It's tough to get a unified feel on who the league MVP is. Which element, when you're looking at the MVP, matters most to you?
If we talk about that, Kevin, I always think about the MVP ends up being the guy that helps you get 6 to 8 unexpected wins. That's who I look to. So in this past season, what it was that Giannis did, not only with Coach Budenholzer coming in to Milwaukee, the stylistic change that they went through, and then the shouldered responsibility of Giannis to be the initiator to that much change in one season. That's why last year I feel like he was the most valuable player in the league. Even though eye-popping numbers were coming out of Houston, again with James Harden, I go back to Giannis and that massive amount of change and him being the guy that shouldered it all.
That's a great answer. And Iguodala drops them both.
Andre Iguodala about as reliable as it gets. Steve Kerr calls him the adult in the room.
Here's DiVincenzo. Passes it to Connaughton. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Here's Harrison. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Pass to Diallo. 5 to shoot. Here's Iguodala. That one misses. And it's Philadelphia the other way. There's the pass to Connaughton. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
Here's Harrison, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And that one misses. Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Connaughton passes to Bolden. Here's Connaughton. Good defense by Iguodala.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Mikhailuk, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, receding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. Philadelphia dictating the flow. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Connaughton. Passes it to Tice. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's DiVincenzo. The 76ers with another miss. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks to the paint. Dudley's shot is good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Connaughton. Pass to DiVincenzo. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. DiVincenzo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Harrison passes to Mikhailuk. Bolden pulls it in. Bolden's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the right side. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Harrison. Kicks to Iguodala. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in it?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Yes.
2 teammates connecting right there, slick feed.
Luke passes to Harrison. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
They're over the limit. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Atlanta. Shaquille.
That free throw missing.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be 2 pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt.
First team foul. At the line for the 76ers, Keita Bates-John. At the line for 2.
And he can't get the first one. DJ Augustine's checked in for Atlanta. Good on the second free throw. 35 seconds left in the game. Now the pass to Harrison. Diallo kicks to Augustine. Pass to Luke. Here's Harrison. Shot clock at 6. Bolden pulls it in. Here's Connaughton. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl Anthony Towns, you look so calm on the block. What has that focus been like for you?
Just being patient, waiting for my shot to come, not really forcing anything, but also being aggressive.
And you do both very well. Thanks, Kat. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent
day, so I get my rest. Do you wanna know when I'm at my best? 2 a.m. in my bed, watching some Game of Thrones, running down the street so I don't get fat, trying not to stress so I won't just crack. But it's hard to relax when you know you're not in control. In control. In control. In control. In control. I try to get it up my mind, but I think it all the time. I don't wanna be morose, but I guess that's how it goes. I try to live every day, but the fact still doesn't change. It's like a part of the show.